Hi, I'm Robert at theflowerguy.com. Most people call me the Flower Guy. Today we are right in the middle of Valentine's Day, so we are going to show you how to prepare your buckets for all cut flowers. This is a easy, best way that I found in 25 years to take care of the buckets and sterilize them before you use them for fresh flowers. Basically, handy dandy scrubber, bleach. I add a good amount of bleach in these buckets. They're big buckets, so I add a pretty good amount of bleach in the buckets. I don't like spending a lot of time. So I put some water in there so you have a good concentration of bleach in that bucket. Get your scrubber. You really want to just scrub so you can get all the bacteria off out of the bucket, out of the walls. After it's all done, pour in the next bucket. As you can see, I'm really not too nice about it. So, you want to get all the corners. You want to get the whole bucket. The thing that will kill your flowers the fastest is a dirty bucket. Even if a bucket has been in storage for years, the minute you add fresh water to that bucket, bacteria will come alive. So before you cut any of your flowers, you want to wash your buckets. On field product, it's okay if there's a little bleach left in the bucket, but for roses, it is not okay that there's any bleach in these buckets at all, because bleach and roses do not mix. In the past, for me, in my testing, bleach kills roses in no time. So you need to make sure these buckets are completely clean. I'm going to rinse them. It looks like it's kind of a tedious process, but as a wholesaler, this is what we do with all of our buckets. And it's the beginning to help proper hydration of all flowers. For your roses, no bleach or bleach residue can be in this bucket at all. For field product, after you rinse them, you can add a little bit of bleach to the water to help slow it down, but if you're using any kind of flower food like Aqua Plus or Floral Life, do not put bleach with this. It is not recommended to use bleach, but it's a substitute if you're out of Floral Life. At this point, basically, I'm going to add this to the bucket. I like to add, if it's powder, I like to add it at this stage, because we're going to fill them up with water, get them ready to cut. And it'll help to dissolve that powder. Again, when you're hydrating your flowers, the very first drink, very first hydration that they get when they're directly from the farm is the most important to ensure lastability of your product. If you do not prepare them right at this level, they can die in a few hours. Almost any flowers that are farm direct can die in just a few hours if they are not prepared right at this level. So if you're, flower shop, if you're anybody out there that's buying flowers and you're getting them farm direct, this is the best way to take care of it. As you can see, I also filled the buckets up halfway, because when you do this, you'll also be able to, the roses will get a good drink. I like buckets to be about half full, because the more water that you get the flowers into at one time, the faster they're going to hydrate. If you only have a ½ inch of water in here, that flower has got to pull from the base all the way up. Again, this is quick dip. Some people use other hydration solutions. Let me get some flowers. Again, this is what the flowers are going to look like. So, as all flowers, you're going to leave them in their sleeves. You're going to leave them in the outer sleeves. You're going to let them sit in these sleeves for at least 24 hours after you cut them. As you can see, when we cut the flowers, the water is about 1/3 of the way up the stems. So, just like this. Cut them, get a nice white center. Put them in some quick dip to hydrate them, and in water. Cut them, quick dip, and in water. Now, these do need to sit out here for at least 1 hour. At this point, I would put them in the cooler, let them hydrate the rest of the way, at least 24 hours. At the 24-hour mark, you can take off this outer layer, so as the roses drink, they don't get too big and they don't bruise, and then they're ready to use. But farm direct product, I would hydrate just like this. Any product you get directly from the farm, I found it is best to do just this exact method. Been doing it for years. The flowers last the best, they hydrate the best, the stems stay straight, the blooms hydrate. Tomorrow, at this time, 24 hours from now, these will be optimal. They'll be in their best shape to be used. Then you can put them in your arrangements and send them out to your customers and know that you've hydrated them correctly. Again, go to the website, lwflowers.com, or YouTube, LW Flowers. There's lots and lots of videos there on how to prepare all the different flowers from the growers. But this segment here is basically how to prepare the buckets to get them ready for your fresh flowers. Again, I'm Robert, the Flower Guy, lwflowers.com.